Got the Planet Crafter here with an update from the developers. The future of Planet Crafter, a game that I've been playing a lot. Got put a review on my second channel here. And we've got some of their plans for the future of the game, which is very interesting here. So obviously they will tell us that the team remains small, only 2 developers so far, which is basically I think their husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend. Anyway, the vision for the game here. So what they want is 30 to 60 hours of relaxing experience about terraforming a planet. Yes, it's true that it is very relaxing. I'm about 22 hours in, and I would say I'm already in late game. But there still are going to be more stages in the terraformation process, and that's pretty incredible. It's a very, I mean, you don't have a lot of games nowadays that offer such a long time for just one game. Plus, there's a whole replayability aspect of Planet Crafter that I like very much here. We are going to have a bigger map as well, so players are going to have new updates for the map, which is expected to be about 50% bigger. There's going to be more secrets as well coming up, and more science, but not really realistic. So some of the new features that are coming up is something that we talked about in the review. One vehicle, which is great because the map is a little bit big. It can get a little bit slow traveling across the map. The one issue that I have with a vehicle is that right now, we don't really have roads. There are roads, but the problem is that there are no slopes. So if there's some elevation, there's basically stairs. I don't think that the vehicle will be able to drive on those. So it's something that they're going to have to figure out. A complete story arc and some procedural story element, which we already have, but they're already handcrafted. Eventually, there will be a procedural. Terraforming stages. So right now, we end up at trees, but we will have insects. So first, breathable atmosphere, which I think will come before insect, which makes sense because the insects are going to have to breathe eventually. And after breathable atmosphere, which hopefully will stop the necessity to get oxygen, because at some point it gets a little bit annoying, we'll have insects, fish. Fish is not countable. They're French, so that's why they don't know. Fish and amphibians as well. Maybe, I don't think we're going to have crocodiles, but maybe frogs. It will be fun, right? More environmental threats. Right now we have quite a few already, but it would be cool to have stuff like tornadoes or actual events that destroy or damage some of your buildings. Not necessarily a lot, but a little bit would be fun. Replayability option, but there's already quite a lot in terms of replayability when it comes to how you are handling your terraforming process and your game, and quality of life elements and optimization. They said that for each update, they will have new technologies, special events. They will increase the size of the map, add secrets, which is already quite a lot, by the way. I haven't found the secret bunkers, by the way. I know that there's been a lot of people who have, but I have not been there yet. And of course, other surprises that they will not want to spoil anything. However, there will be things that will not be in the game here, including big monsters, aliens, gun fighting and violence, interplanetary roaming. So that means going between different planets, really complex systems, and completely accurate science, realistic next-gen graphics, something that I've been a little bit complaining about in my review. The graphics were not really that realistic. This is not something that will be changing, so it's something that we'll have to keep in mind here. We'll always have these graphics, which I think are fine for an indie game, but I would have liked something a little bit better. But anyway, it is what it is, right? So after 1.0 launch, which is going to be happening this year, they are going to add more content, but they still don't really know when, because, well, first they're going to have to finish releasing 1.0. They're going to have one update every 2 to 3 months, so we're already at version 0.4. So to get to 1.0, it's going to take probably several months, right? Obviously, but next they're not ruling out procedural maps. Right now, the one map that we have is handcrafted, but it's possible that we're going to have similar maps that will be procedurally generated based on the template that they have. And why not multiplayer? But the problem with multiplayer is that it adds a lot of bugs that eventually is going to require a lot of extra work. But it's also something I've been talking about in the review. I would love to be playing that as a co-op mode with other players. We'll be sharing the same server, and terraforming the map together. I think that it will be quite an interesting endeavor and an even better project. Players having different types of expertise. Some will be better at building stuff. Some will be better at exploring, gathering resources. There's just plenty of stuff. So anyway, the future is quite bright for the Planet Crafter, a game that I'm really excited about. I've been playing this quite a bit. Check out the review that I made a couple of days ago. It's been doing pretty well. I'll put the link in the description down below. And I'm probably going to have one more live stream of the game Crafter until we move on to other games eventually, because, you know, it's not a Planet Crafter dedicated channel. We talk about a lot of games on the Eradicators. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's the Eradicators. I'll see you guys later. A huge shout out to everyone who's been helping me out on Patreon and via the YouTube Joint Membership program. Creating content on YouTube involves continuous circles of ups and downs, and it is when we are the lower parts of the curve that your help really motivates me to keep on going. Your contribution really does make a difference, which is why in return I try to give back by offering backers access to my private Discord channel, automatic access to exclusive giveaways, or answering your questions during the show. You can help me out with as little as $1 a month, and any help is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching again. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.